The posture you have when you set up to the ball is even more important than aiming. What? Before you yell at me, yes, aiming of course is important, but it does not have as much of an effect the contact, but your direction, consistency and happiness on the course. I'm gonna aim towards that stick over there, okay? It's 180 yards. All right, I'm gonna point my club face at it, but I'm aiming way left. And you think, how on earth can a golf shot go that way, all right? Because you are more than capable to auto-correct, to adjust, to make the tiny adjustments. So where's this ball gonna go? Yes, all right, I'm aiming my club face over there, you might say, but what if I'm not? What if everything is just pointing miles right? Look what I can do. I can swing around and it ends up at the target. Who is this lesson for? Well, if you recognize any of these swing faults, you might be looking in all the wrong places. Can a posture really have that much effect? Well, yes, it can, especially when so many of you tend to look something like this, standing too far away from the ball, having too much weight in the heels at setup, and the other one is not necessarily being too bent in the knees, but having your derriere, your backside, really sticking out and being sort of hunched over too much. And all we want to do instead is have a dynamic setup. What does that mean? It means a setup that is going to help you deliver the club in a more athletic, effortless manner with consistency. And I'm going to show you how. I don't often reference tour pros because really they're kind of irrelevant for the most part for the majority of you. But we can look at the way the best players in the world set up to the ball to have the power and consistency that they're after, that you're after. You can see from the back of his tushy, backside, whatever you want to call it, is more or less in line with his heels. It's a lot more athletic, and what this does, it helps the swing initiate itself to wind up to create power, but it helps the transition more than anything else. The transition going from the top of the swing back down, being able to use the ground in a more athletic manner is crucial. You might be thinking this is boring, it's just about setup. How can it have that much effect? Well, I promise you, if we're sticking the butt out and reaching over and bent over too much, it is so much easier to flip the hands through because we're not using the legs. We're not able to sort of fire everything that easy. But when you start, if you want to think of it as a more upright position, what happens is as you swing back, when you make the transition, you can now actually get into this athletic sort of move and that transition that you want. This is what's going to leverage power. This is where effortless power comes from. This is where, as you swing through, you create room to deliver the club. If you're always out here, you don't really have the room because it's not a dynamic movement. So we have to sort of prep to wind up, then deliver through to make the room and swing, because it is going to make the swing feel so much more effortless. To make sure you hit this setup every single time, I want you to take your normal address, but with an alignment stick or even a club, and put it on the back of your bottom here and allow it to just sort of hang down without sort of thinking about it too much. I want you to notice, where is this line hitting? Are we all the way back here? Are we too much inside that way? We want it to try and be about here. And the other checkpoint we want to do is, as we sort of have the torso a little bit taller, kind of hanging a bit more supported by the pelvis here. We're not in the heels, we're on the balls of the feet. And we notice the difference, and we can check it by allowing our arms to hang down, and just in the sort of armpit here, are they in line with the top of the knees, the edge of the knees, and the balls of the feet? That's the lines that we're looking for. And you can use a stick, you can use a camera, even a mirror at home to start finding your sort of balance point, so you start to register, this is where I need to be. The way I suggest you kind of get into the placement is stand up tall, bend at the hips just a little bit, and a slight flex in the knees. Let those arms hang down. It's not that much movement, especially if you're used to being sort of quite bent over or the backside sticking out too much. But just get your club stick just to notice where you are. It is the most simplest checkpoint you can have, but I want you to use it right now. So that's it. I know it's annoyingly simple, but I promise you, do it every single shot you have and you will be more consistent. Now, if you want another really easy tweak you can make to your setup that will have such an impact on how easy it is to get through the ball on every single shot, check out this video. It is a tiny tweak, but very powerful, very effective, just like this posture one is.